When I was at A&M from 76, for fall of 76 through the spring of 80, there were quite a few Iranians at A&M, and a lot of them were in the engineering departments. I didn't realize it at the time, but kind of looking back, they always sat at the back of the class, which is where the cheaters sat, I'm told. I was told at the time by people in the lounge and stuff. I don't know if they cheated or not. Some of the people that had that dark skin from the Middle East smelled bad, real bad. Some didn't. Some were in the nice dorms. I'm guessing all that had to do with Jimmy Carter. I don't know. I was told that they cheated. I don't know that. I sat on the front row. I didn't sit back there. What else? My friend Dennis Vick was a pilot for General Telephone, now for their Learjets. Now he's a retired crop duster. But he's also a flight instructor, and he has taught Afghans or Pakistanis or Iranians, I'm not sure which, to fly. And about 2/3 of them were horrible people, and 1/3 were decent. From his, he actually had to physically restrain one guy who pulled a knife one day. Dennis is a tough son of a gun. They sent him back. So I don't want to put everybody in the same box, but I also want to acknowledge cultural tendencies. Regarding what Trump's stance on Iran, 65 people have been killed over there so far in the protests. Some of them with the government, most of them citizens. But when the Muslims took over Iran, it used to be run by the Shah, and in the late 70s they had the Islamic Revolution, and I was semi-paying attention. I was young, I didn't pay that much, but they held a bunch of hostages, and when Jimmy Carter was president, they had kind of a flubbed rescue mission that, the sand blew into the helicopter engines and they failed. It was a failed mission. I don't know exactly what happened, but when Reagan won the presidency, he got the hostages back promptly, because I think peace through strength. The only thing thugs understand is brute force. The more you love a thug, the more you love a narcissist, the more you love a psychopath, the more they laugh at you. And I think Jesus saw that's the way things work in this world, which is why he didn't ride a stallion, he rode a small donkey. He wasn't doing that stuff, like but anyway, a number of Cuban bodyguards and stuff, quite a few were killed in getting Maduro, and Trump is doing the peace through strength thing, but he hadn't gotten us in any wars yet, whereas other presidents have gotten us in long, drawn-out, very costly wars. Trump, to me, is doing more of the Teddy Roosevelt thing, carrying a big stick. Now, Teddy Roosevelt said speak softly, and Trump doesn't speak softly. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you my experience. And my cousin Christy, her husband Tim, who recently died, used to sell helicopters. He worked for Bell Helicopter. He sold those to the Shah of Iran, and they went over there and lived for a long time, a few years or something. And when the Muslims took over, they had to get out. I'm probably getting that somewhat not accurate, but the gist is accurate. Just giving you my history on some of that you're seeing today. That's decades ago, but still hanging around. The influence and stuff.